G'day guys, welcome back to Supercoach Swordplay and welcome to my game day squad team build for round 2. Now, we are absolutely stoked to be partnering up with Tommy Cal and the boys at Game Day Squad for 2025. We believe this is the absolute future of the way that you're going to play your fantasy sport. We're going to focus on the AFL, but more sports than you can poke a stick at in the app. So make sure that you do download the app at Game Day Squad, or else you can use your web browser if you're on the laptop. As I mentioned, super excited to be partnering up with the boys. And because of this, when you sign up, absolutely free sign up and free to play the starter version, you'll actually receive $20 worth of free cards for putting our code word in. And that's Peanut after Peanut Laddams. So when you enter, put in the code word Peanut, that is PEANUT, and you receive $20 worth of free cards, courtesy of ourselves and the boys at the Game Day Squad, due to our new partnership in 2025. So what I'm going to do today is I'm actually going to open up a few packs, some free packs, and then change around my squad going into round 2. The great thing about Game Day Squad is the fact that there is firstly $100,000 worth in prizes. No other fantasy sport in Australia can give you that. And secondly, there's very much a week-to-week focus. So we do have the overall rankings, but the great thing is they reward the best weekly teams as well. So if you've had a bit of a dog of a week, like I actually had in my Supercoach in round 1, then that doesn't matter because we've got players in reserve. There's a lot going on here, and we can change things up in an absolute instant. So what you'll see on the screen at the moment is my squad from last week. And if you do go to DFS live scoring, you'll see 3 columns. You'll see SC for Supercoach. You've got your FP for fantasy points, but then you'll see the GDS. That is Game Day Squad, very similar to fantasy scoring. The only major difference is the fact that they do reward goal kicking a little bit more, which means that the key forwards come into play more than they would in some other formats that we've got. So I won't go through the side yet, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the pack section here. And as you can see, I've got some free packs here waiting for me. 2 defender, 3 midfielder, 4 in the ruck, if you don't mind. And then we've got our 2 forwards. So I'll just hover over and I'll open. So who we got? I need someone decent because I don't know if I'm looking too good up there. Who are we? Who are we? Zach Williams. Yeah, look, no, that's all right. That's okay. Not really what I'm after here, but all right, let's go midfielder. See who can get in the midfield. I've actually got a decent midfield, I think, so I'm not desperate for some big guns. Oh, Zach Butt as well. This is one we'll just put in reserve for now, and then when the great man comes back, that'll be very, very handy for us. So we'll open a ruck now. Who are we going to get? Come on, Sherry Gorn, or maybe not this round, Sherry Gorn. Maybe we'll look for someone else. Tim English. Well, always good to have him reserve. All right, a forward. Now, I need Horn Francis. Come on. Connor McDonald, not bad. So that's going to be a bit of a pod pick. So when they've got a nice matchup, you could bring someone like a Connor McDonald in. All right, now last defender pack or card to add to the squad this week. We've got Mac Andrew. I think I've already got him. That's the other great thing. If you've got doubles, you can trade, sell, pop them on auction, heaps of stuff that you can do. Keep in mind, these are all bronze packs at the moment. You can get silver, gold, platinum, all the way up to a 1-of-1 legend card. So we are just doing the absolute basics today, but probably starting from next week, I'm going to get into the trade market and really focus on my classic version. But just a starter version for today. And again, prizes for every type of competition, 4 different types of competition. Jonty Fall, that's random because I've already got him too. So definitely not what I'm looking for there. I needed someone better up forward. But let's see if we can close out with a couple of nice midfielders. I didn't actually mind Zach Butters because I can just put him to the side for now. Oh, Huey McCluggage. Now, very, very nice because, as I said, a weekly focus, and we're looking at matchups. So Huey against the Eagles this week, I think could be a real pod pick. So we'll see how we go. All right, next ruckman is Rob. I've already got a Rob in the bronze. That's all good. Open. I think they've got Essendon this week, so they're pretty restrictive, the Bombers. I'll leave him off. Okay, so we've got Darcy Cameron. I don't have him, so it's good to get a variety. So at least you can pretty much pick any ruckman once you've got all the main ones from week to week, depending on your matchups. And Jordan Sweet. Okay, that's a random one as well. All right. Who are we going to finish with? Our last midfielder for this week that we're adding to the squad. We have Jordan Dawson. Beautiful. All right. Now what we need to do, as you said, you can purchase all these. You've got your rares, uniques, heaps of different cards. But as I said, we're just going to focus at the moment on our starter squad, which is all free to play. So the squad at the moment, we've got Amon Martin, Bailey Dale, Vlosten Haynes, McGrath, and Salem. Look at the score here, 152 if you don't mind. And this is an important thing to note with your game day squad, is that your bench players actually count towards your total score. So if you played NBL Supercoach, for example, you used to get 50% of your bench score, similar to that, but bench scores do count. They are active players in your squad. So it would have been shattered if I had him just on the bench and he didn't count, but no emergencies, all that sort of business. All these guys will count for you. Then you got Chalky Neal, terrible last week. Noah Anderson, Brayshaw, Steele, and King Nick Dacos, along with Miller on the bench. They've got Witsy and Lloyd Meek in the rucks. Then Cameron Darcy, Myers, Guinea, Alex Neil-Bullen, Ben Keys, and Kako. So that's where I was really hoping for a Horn Francis, because matchup this week is absolutely juicy. I don't even have, a rank in there. So that may be a bit of a problem for me this week, but we've got a lot of extra players that we can take a squiz at. All right, so now the rucks. So let's have a look. We've got Wits at the moment. Meek's coming up against SDK. And then Sydney. So who was Sydney playing this week? Again, Freo. So that's probably going to be against Dogger. So do you know what? I'm actually going to take Meek out. So I'll remove that card. Yes, I'll remove him from the squad. Obviously, I've got a spare one now. And then we'll bring in Brodie Grundy, I think. Yeah, so you can see all the stats here, obviously. So 103, 74. I think he'll be the man that we'll bring in. So as you can see, when you click that that slot, you've got all the available ruckman there. And Brodie's going to be the one for me. So in we go. I've got Brodie Grundy there. Now, we'll take a look at the forward line. Cameron, Darcy, Myers, Keys, Neil-Bullen, and Kako. So, all right, let's just... So we'll get the rookie out. Yeah, we'll remove that card. And then we'll see what forward options we've got. So we've got Kako Fall, Connor McDonald, and there you go. So 2 Jonty Falls. Pretty random, but... we've got Hawthorn against Carlton. Do you know what? We're going to go Connor McDonald here, I think. So we're going to go Connor McDonald. And again, he'll be part of the squad. All right, rucks, I'm happy with. Defenders. All right, so Nick Haynes. Let's see if we've got anyone in place in Nick Haynes here. So I'll remove that card. Liam Duggan, Mills, McAndrews, Zach Williams. Maybe Duggan against Brisbane. Scored okay last week. All right, so I might make that change there. I'll probably leave all the other guys. And now this is a big decision I've got. Do I bring in Huey McCluggage against West Coast? Neil stays. No, what? You've got... Oh, well, actually, these guys have the bye. I didn't even think. So you've got Anderson that isn't available. So that's a really easy swap. And then Tukey Boy as well. I didn't even think about that. Lucky that just came to mind. Oh, we got any other... No, Jaduis. Oh, Witsy in the ruck. Jeez, lucky I remembered that, because I would have been in deep trouble. Okay, so that means I actually do need another ruckman. Dogs. I might actually. Dogs against Collingwood. Could I actually go a Cameron? I'm going to go a pod in Cameron. I think I'll go there. All right, now I've got 2 mids. So, Huey, this will be really easy, actually. So, Huey goes in, and then we get Giordano Dawson. Lucky I got those 2 cards, because as you could have seen, we'll get Dawson out for a sec. As you can see, Butter's not available. Lombard, no. Bye. So that's really lucky that I got Jordan Dawson there. I'll confirm that swap. All right, so my squad for the week. We've got Amon, Martin, Dale, Veloston, Duggan, who I brought in, McGrath and Salem, Chocky and Huey. Really nice matchup this week. Andy Brayshaw, the King, Nick Dacos, Jack Steele, Jordan Dawson. We got Cameron and Grundy in the ruck, ex-teammates. Hopefully they go all right. Jeremy Cameron, Sam Darcy, Graham, Ginny, Alex Milbullen, Benny Keys, and Con McDonald, who I'm guessing will be a fair pod, but who I'm really missing there is Horned Francis. You'd love a Connor Rosey, maybe against Richmond in the midfield, but all in all, ranked 225 overall. That's okay, I'll take that, but I'm more focused on the weeklies. I really want to try to win myself, or at least get a top 5 for the weekly. You can check out all the prize section here. I'm going to keep this video really short today. Just want to share my squad with you. Open a couple of packs. That's always exciting because I'm a card collector myself. So the fact we've got some virtual cards here, and this is like a dynasty keeper sort of situation. So you actually get to keep all of the cards that you receive and use them throughout season to season. So all the blokes that you see here, unless I decide to trade or get rid of them, will remain with me, which is the great thing, another great thing about Game Day Squad. So remember, guys, if you do decide to sign up, I highly suggest it. It's all free to play. Nothing that you need to pay for unless you want to get involved in those competitions. Use the code word PEANUT when you do sign up, the referral code PEANUT, and you'll get a bunch of free packs, and you can actually start filling out your squad from this week. So jump on it, guys. Thanks again to all the blokes from the Game Day Squad. Super stoked to partner up with you guys for 2025 and beyond. And thanks again, guys, for watching. Much love. Good luck with your Game Day Squad and Supercoach sides this week. Some big trades to be made, lots of cards and packs to be opened. So much love, guys. See you soon in the next one. Cheers. Bye.